Earlier this morning, we heard from John Moody, Linda Quinn, Senator Angus King, Congressman Jared Golden, Susan Collins, local representative Chuck, Leanne Larson, Suzanne Walsh, and representatives of the building and architectural teams. This new school, not to mention this new wing, would not have been a reality without these advocates and the agencies they represent. But the thanks goes far beyond a small list. It transcends an entire community, a state made up of hundreds of people, all working together towards the common good. It took relationships, the 50-plus year relationship between MSAD 54 and KV CAP under the leadership of John Moody, Linda Quinn, Suzanne Walsh, Tracy Fortin, and Nicole Chaplin, has now produced a once-in-a-lifetime educational model, providing a high-quality early childhood care and education for generations of MSAD 54 families under one roof, ages 6 months to 5th grade. This relationship was the catalyst for a perfect example of what private-public partnerships can accomplish. The Building Better Beginnings Committee raised $3.3 million in private dollars. We also worked with Senator Collins, Senator King, and Congressman Golden's offices, who collectively sponsored a $1.92 million CDS grant. John Moody and his MSAD 54 team navigated the Department of Education's funding requirements, and altogether we produced a first-of-its-kind school. With a goal of $3 million, we raised over $5 million, providing an early childhood care and education wing to the new school without adding any burden to local taxpayers. Thank you. And I'll speak a little bit more later, but I've got some people here that I'm very humbled to announce and introduce to all of you. And first, I'd like to introduce my friend Bill Alfond and his wife Joan, major donors and founders of the Bill and Joan Alfond Foundation. Like everything in a small town, our family's relationships go back generations. His father Harold was good friends with my grandfather Curb, both of which understood the importance of education, community, family, and the Red Sox. Bill and I joined forces to bring the EduCare model beyond the walls 3 years ago for what you see here today. We could not be here, nor many organizations across the state promoting the common good, without the support of Bill and Joan and the entire Alfond family. Please welcome my friend, Bill.
Good afternoon, almost. So going back a little, what Sam said history-wise, that our grandfathers were good friends. I still remember coming up here, maybe I was 5 years old. My dad owned Norwalk Shoe Company, which had most of its facilities in Skowhegan. And I used to go to the box factory, which made boxes on the second floor, and they slid down to the first floor. So for a 5-year-old, that's all I needed to keep busy. So that was something that always brought me close to the community. I still remember going to, I think it's November 11th. There was always a Skowhegan Madison football game that we always came to. So my roots in Skowhegan go way back. I've always considered this community a community that punches way above its weight. And that's because of what we've seen today, that all the cooperation and collaboration. So this milestone that we're seeing in childhood education will show big dividends. We have done this in Waterville 15 years ago, and now we have students graduating from high school. And they're going on to all different types of things. The key is they're graduating from high school. And more of the students that KV Cap, Head Start, which is a very, very big component, are students and young children that now are able to, once this kicks in, when they go to kindergarten, everyone's ability to learn is now on a level playing field. And that's very important. We at Educare in Waterville always dreamed about taking this Educare model beyond the walls. And now we have our biggest impact, what we've seen today and what we're standing in the space now. And just like Waterville, we found, and you need that leadership, which has been communicated already today, and people like Sam, John, and especially Tracy Fortin, which I think she's behind me, have been the leaders to make this dream come possible. Walking through this building will be the last time any of us walk through this and see it so clean. And that's good. It's going to be education, young children having the freedom to express themselves. Doesn't always go neatly, but the important thing, they're engaged. One thing that has been said here a lot, and not being a lifetime government employee or always in the political world, you never know why things don't happen. So when I realized that the Department of Education was going to put capital money support into this facility, I think makes a new chapter in education. Many countries start education at 6 weeks. Our country, a great country, something I love, has to learn lessons wherever they can and from whatever systems that work. This system works. We have 25 educators from Seattle to Arizona to Florida, Texas, New York, even DC. So we have all that data, and the data is very consistent that when young people enter school, as we do in Waterville, they go to kindergarten. Not every child is socially ready for kindergarten, but now we find that 99% are ready. By being next door to the primary school is not only symbolic, but in our case, every once in a while, a youngster goes to kindergarten. He's not able to be managed properly by the kindergarten teacher. They recommend that they possibly spend a little more time at Educare, and we graciously volunteer, work with that youngster so he or she will adapt to the educational system. Our teachers, we all should respect. My wife was a kindergarten teacher, so that's something that if they have 20 students, they all have to gel somewhat together. If you have someone leaning the wrong way, having that extra help, being in the same building, the same wing, that child might, who knows what he will become, as long as he learns certain adjustments that not always can be taught by families or homes. So this infant toddler classroom and this new school construction is a real milestone for the state, Educare, influence. We're always looking for opportunities to expand this, and that's what we're thankful to the Department of Education, and we'll continue reading where they're funding people and trying to find the John Moody's and the Sam Heights of those communities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bill. And next, I'd like to introduce Tracy Fortin, who's behind us in the cold, dark cave, a little different than being outside the baking sun earlier. She is KVCAP and Educare COO and my Building Better Beginnings co-chair. Tracy is a champion of high-quality early childhood care and education, spending 35 years with KVCAP and Educare. During the fundraising, she was a constant visionary. Pretend I'm looking at you, Tracy. A taskmaster, and what I needed most, direction and focus. Without Tracy, there would be no successful Building Better Beginnings campaign, period. Her devotion, dedication, and energy in this project, moving Educare beyond the walls, allows us to celebrate today. Please join me in welcoming Tracy Fortin.
So today is an exciting day. In my 35 years at KVCAP, in the 90s, our groundbreaking work with public schools and child development services incorporated Head Start in unified programming. It was called Teams, Transition into Early Education Mainstream. An inclusionary program provides equity for all children, regardless of special needs or income. Central Maine has had tremendous success in this model, and KVCAP has supported several school districts in this philosophy with a focus on school readiness, and look at the evolution. The most recent 15 years include Educare leadership as part of a national model, and Maine is so fortunate to have the only rural Educare school in the country, one of 25 schools, using data to inform policy on the importance of investing in early childhood. The three-legged stool of a comprehensive high-quality model includes trained staff to work with families and support their own education and career pathways, and provide stimulating, intentional, and responsive early childhood education for children. And it includes a focus on workforce. Workforce includes attraction and retention of early childhood ed providers, and it includes extending programming that offers childcare to allow families to work. As you heard from Bill, the Educare Board of Directors not only looked to Waterville Educare as Maine's model, but supported Skowhegan's continued development. Skowhegan benefited from the many tenets of learning, building design features, including nature-based learning, tremendous environments when you have a tour, and staff and community childcare provider professional development. With the supportive investment of others and Superintendent John Moody, Skowhegan created an opportunity with a new school bill that incorporates children beginning at birth. This paves the way for future new school construction and community projects to address today's workers and learners, and the future workers, resulting in a healthier and more prosperous community. What a journey this has been. So back to you, Sam. Thank you for being the community champion to assure The Hight Family Early Learning Center success elevates Skowhegan and demonstrates for others what is possible together.
All right, me again. And unlike my introduction, it is hard not to point to my position in a multi-generational family of car dealers and what this community means to us. In 1911, 114 years ago, my great-grandfather Walter began selling the automobile to the local community. He did not only provide Henry Ford's Model T, an affordable and reliable automobile to the average family, but helped support their new freedom, an embodiment of the American dream. Today, my family, albeit an incredibly minor role, has helped build a school that will provide the most crucial bridge to the American dream: access to quality early education and care. The Hight Family Early Learning Center honors generations of community members, customers, employees, friends, families, and today, all of you. Because without all of you, we would not be standing here as one of the oldest car dealership families in the country, dedicated to the local Skowhegan community, this community that has supported my family for over 100 years. We could not do this without you. I'd like to thank our Building Better Beginnings fundraising committee, Tracy Fortin, Chelsea Carrier, Nicole Chaplin, Gail Gibson, Michael Lamke, Aaron Merrill, Jonathan Moody, Richard St. Pierre, and Suzanne Walsh. We did it. Thank you to our 100 plus donors. For those of you that gave $5 to those that gave thousands, thank you. My friends Bill and thank you. My friends here, Bill and Joan, and the entire Alphon family for their constant dedication to rural Maine, its people and organizations, and their focus on education and the common good. Portia Kennel, who could not be with us today. She's a co-founder of the first Educare school in Chicago and former executive director of the Educare Network and senior advisor to the Buffett Early Childhood Fund, for her vision of early childhood education with care, creating a network of 25 Educare schools across 15 states, providing high-quality early childhood education and care to children and families, crucial families, with a focus on improving school readiness and closing the achievement gap, now seen here beyond the walls. MSAD 54, KVCAP, the Department of Education, and educational leaders across the state for understanding this opportunity and working together to reach our goals. Senator Collins, and special thanks for Senator King and Congressman Golden that are still here. Thank you. Round of applause for them. And most importantly, their staff for their commitment to our local communities, their accessibility to constituents and their needs, their positive voices in Washington, and for always returning my calls and text messages. The teachers, the staff, the administration of MSAD 54 and KVCAP, thank you. The students, the families, and the community, thank you. And to my family. I'm trying to look over here, not Dad, so I could not do any of this work without you. Although this may be one of the more expensive ventures I've convinced the family to do, in the words of Benjamin Franklin, an advocate of education as the empowerment of societal and personal achievement, and thus greater opportunity, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Our community's investment in this school will pay dividends for generations of Skowhegan families. Thank you again. I'd like to introduce another one of our cave dwellers back here, Nicole Chaplin, KV-CAP Early Childhood Program Director. And even though I'm not supposed to introduce her, so we're going to introduce her twice, but she was part of the original speech. Mila Kreider, Margaret Chase Smith Community School Principal. And you're going to hear from Mark, too. So these are the on-the-ground leaders that coordinated the design, staffing, events, fundraising details, and communication between the Department of Education, MSAD 54, and KV-CAP. These are the leaders that took the Building Better Beginnings initiatives and put them into practice. These are the leaders that will make sure that the program thrives. The money we raise and the walls that we built can really only keep our kids safe, warm, and dry. It's what the programs and the people inside the walls where the real work begins. And I'm proud that it'll be led by these champions. Please welcome Nicole Chaplin.
Good afternoon and welcome. For the past 15 years, I have worked in partnership with MSAD 54 to provide high-quality programming for children and their families in this community. The partnership with KV-CAP in the town of Skowhegan dates all the way back to 1965, when KV-CAP first opened its doors. Through the years, the partnership has evolved, deepened, and grown while holding on to a shared vision of supporting our children and families to succeed. This mission is at the heart of everything that we do. It guides our choices and it shapes our efforts. Today, as we gather in this first of its kind building, I feel a deep sense of pride and gratitude. Together, we are celebrating a collective commitment to fulfill our dream of uplifting children and families today and for many years to come. This building is more than just bricks and mortar. It symbolizes the power of partnership, collaboration, and community. I would like to thank donors, funders, community members, MSAD 54 staff, and KV-CAP staff for their support of making this transformative program a reality. In the spirit of collaboration, I would like to introduce my collaborative partner, Mila Kreider, who is the principal at Margaret Chase Smith Community School.
Good afternoon, and thank you all for coming. Today marks the realization of a vision that began over 10 years ago, a partnership between the Department of Education, KV-CAP, and MSAD 54. What started as a dream has grown into a beautiful collaboration, combining innovative programming with deep community partnerships to create a facility that truly meets the needs of our students and their families. The Margaret Chase Smith Community School, which includes the Hight Family Early Learning Center, is more than just a building. It's a commitment. As the first early childhood facility of its kind supported by the Department of Education, this center represents a bold step forward in how we approach education from birth through grade 5. Our collaboration between the Department of Education, our local school district, KV-CAP, Head Start, Somerset County Career and Technical Center, the Child Care Subsidy Program, and our broader community makes this one of the most unique and inclusive early childhood education models in the state. I feel truly blessed to serve as the principal of this amazing building and to be part of a team that believes so deeply in the power of early learning. This school is a dream made real, and proof that when we dream big and work together, we can build something extraordinary for our children, families, and community. It's my honor at this time to introduce someone who has been a steadfast leader and advocate for this vision. His dedication to students, families, and community partnerships has been instrumental in bringing this project to life. Please join me in welcoming the Assistant Superintendent of MSAD 54, Mr. Mark Hatch.
So today we proudly unveil the donor wall at the Hight Family Early Learning Center, a tribute to the extraordinary generosity, shared vision that has brought this place to life. This center is more than a building, it's a foundation for children, families, and our entire community to grow and thrive. President Lyndon B. Johnson once said, "We believe that education is not an expense, we believe that it is an investment." Your investment through time, resource, and belief has planted seeds that will benefit generations to come. This project stands as a testament to what we can achieve when we come together. As Helen Keller so powerfully reminded us, alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. The success of this center is a direct result of the unwavering support of our community, our donors, and our partners. Thank you for believing in our children, and thank you for believing in this future. And our donor wall.
Sam, you made it interactive, so it still can grow.
Sam did mention that one of the first things I did when I came to Skowhegan was sue his grandfather. I've been trying to make it up to him ever since.
You're getting there. And there's room for more on the board, too.
There's still opportunity.
So we are going to take a few minutes to do some photo opportunities.